The third type of cellular adaptation is atrophy. Is a decrease in size or number of cells. Involved, the entire tissue or organ is reduced in size, or atrophic. Although atrophic cells may have diminished function, they are not dead. Causes of atrophy include decreased workload, decreased innervation, decreased blood flow, decreased nutrients, loss of endocrine stimulation, aging, decreased hormone stimulation, increased luminal pressure. Atrophy can be physiologic or pathologic. Examples of physiological atrophy include decrease in size of uterus after parturition, which is caused by loss of hormone stimulation. Decrease in size of breast and uterus at menopause, which is caused by loss of hormone stimulation. And finally, embryonic structures, such as the notochord and thyroglossal duct, during fetal development. Pathologic atrophy. There are many pathological examples of atrophy, such as disused atrophy. Occurs in muscles that become inactive, such as the arm muscles, while a broken bone in the arm is healing or after a period of bed rest. It occurs due to decreased workload. Neuromuscular atrophy. Results from loss or damage to nerves. Example: skeletal muscle atrophy following loss of lower motor neurons in amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. In this image, on the left side you can see normal nerve and muscle. In an ALS patient on the right side you can see nerve and muscle atrophy. We will explain ALS in detail in another video. Cerebral atrophy. Cerebral atrophy due to a reduction in blood flow associated with atherosclerosis of the carotid artery. In this image you can see A. is normal brain of a young adult. B. atrophy of the brain in an 82-year-old man with atherosclerotic disease. Atrophy of the brain is caused by aging and reduced blood supply. Note that loss of brain substance narrows the gyri and widens the sulci. Marasmus. Marasmus is a form of malnutrition. Symptoms of marasmus include wasting, or the loss of body fat and muscle. It occurs due to decreased nutrients. Senile atrophy. It meaning the atrophy occurring with old age. Example: Alzheimer's disease causes the brain to shrink and brain cells to eventually die. The risk of Alzheimer's disease and other types of dementia increases with age. Hypopituitarism is a rare condition in which the pituitary gland doesn't make one or more hormones or doesn't make enough hormones. Hypopituitarism causing atrophy of target organs, such as the thyroid and adrenal cortex. Cystic fibrosis. Thick pancreatic duct secretions in cystic fibrosis occlude the duct lumens, causing increased luminal back pressure and compression, atrophy of the exocrine glands in pancreas. Cellular atrophy results from a combination of decreased protein synthesis and increased protein degradation. The mechanism of decrease in cell number occurs via apoptosis, which we will explain in detail later. The mechanisms of decrease in cell size occurs via ubiquitin proteasome degradation and autophagy. 1. In ubiquitin proteasome degradation involves activate ubiquitin ligases, which attach multiple copies of the small peptide ubiquitin to cellular proteins and target them for degradation in proteasomes. 2. Autophagy of cellular components involves generation of autophagic vacuoles. These vacuoles fuse with lysosomes whose hydrolytic enzymes break down cellular components.